It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. The New South Wales Upper House inquiry into koala populations will consult Port Stephens residents this afternoon on the environmental impact of the Brandy Hill Quarry. Community groups have raised concerns an expansion of the quarry is likely to destroy 52 hectares of koala breeding habitat. Inquiry Chair and Greens MP Kate Fairman says the koala's very existence is at stake.
This development really has to be a line in the sand when it comes to further habitat loss across New South Wales. Whether or not it's been approved, developments have been stopped. And if it goes ahead, honestly, it could be the end of koalas around the Port Stephens area. And to be honest, this proposal, as far as I can tell, is a shocker. And I'm really looking forward to finding out more about it today.
Origin Energy says it's happy to discuss alternatives to trucking millions of tonnes of coal to its Eraring power station. Centennial Coal is seeking approval for more than 200 truck movements a day to get coal from its Mayuna colliery to a stockpile near the power station so it can be mixed with better quality coal from the Mandalong mine. Centennial says it would rather use an existing conveyor belt owned by Origin, but claims the energy giant isn't interested. Origin refutes the assertion and says it's keen to discuss the idea. An overhaul of the state's hospital fees policy will see some victims of domestic violence in the Hunter receive free treatment. Anyone not covered by Medicare, like those on a temporary protection visa, will have hospital fees waived even if they don't report the crime to police. Nova for Women and Children CEO Kelly Hansen says while it's a step forward, more needs to be done.
So I think it's a great step forward that there's no cost to receiving that assistance. However, there are other essential services that women who are on temporary visas need to be able to source, and that is income through Centrelink, to be able to access housing and safe housing, to remove themselves out of the situation and any children that they have.
Hunter-based health insurer NIB is set to close its retail outlets due to a fall in foot traffic and transactions. The company has already closed its Katara, Honeysuckle, Green Hills and Charlestown branches as a precaution due to COVID-19. The Katara store will close permanently on September 4. With many customers making the transition to online transactions, NIB will close all of its 11 retail outlets by the end of next year. Australian doctors, including those in the Hunter, are urging the Prime Minister to act on climate change, calling it a new global health emergency. It comes after the federal government proposed a gas-led recovery from the economic crisis caused by COVID-19. Dr Ben Ewald says the medical community believes climate change is the next big health threat.
All these different groups came on board recognising that there were health gains to be had from this stimulus opportunity and substantial health risks in pursuing a fossil fuel kind of strategy. The health risk there, of course, being that it worsens climate change, which is the biggest threat to public health that is currently on the horizon.
New Lambton residents have made history by launching the first ever e-petition to State Parliament. It comes after Education Minister Sarah Mitchell turned down an offer to meet with parents after the intake boundary for their local school was shifted, meaning their children must now travel further away to Wallsend South Public. An e-petition has been launched to have the decision set aside. It needs 20,000 signatures for a debate in Parliament.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Jets have secured a win in their final game of the A-League season, beating Wellington 3-0 at Cogra last night. The result sees the club finish the year 8th on the ladder. Coach Carl Robinson has been praised for the club's recent run of form and says he looks forward to getting a full year with the players.
We're only scratching the surface. You know, I've been with them 11 games, I think, and not had too much training time to work on it. I've had to sort of fast track it a little bit without breaking it down into detail. But we need to find solutions to problems that teams cause us.
The Knights are looking to repeat their strong performance against the Tigers last week when they take on Manly on Sunday. Winger Heimel Hunt says the key for success is staying focused and maintaining possession.
I think the completions and just doing the little things right. Against the Doggers, we didn't complete well in the rain and we made a few little simple errors, me and myself including. So as long as we can keep completing and staying focused the whole game, we'll get the 2 points.
And Tommy Berry finished strong at Newcastle Racecourse yesterday, taking out the 1500 metres fillies and mares handicap. And the winning numbers in Powerball are 5, 24, 15, 16, 14, 32 and 6. And the Powerball number is 19. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.